Kyle Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Corps Cadets, the world-famous 12th man, Lady Reveille, and early indications, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the ACC, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. And back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC. So this one will be interesting.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got him downfield. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there.
And the defense brought the blitz on 3rd down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Wegman. Throws to the tight end. Got his man all by himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. It's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They go to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. They'll run play action. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete out of the backfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Absolute shank. Missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Davis looking to pass. They're trying to get to him. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. Back to the ground game on the left. Across the 25, he's got room. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball in second and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable third down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in second and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. Turns it on in midfield. And he's running in the open. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he caps things off with a scintillating 68-yard scoring run. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Bringing it back, it's Stewart. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. From the gun, running back on the move. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the 2nd quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. Michigan 7, Texas A&M 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Davis will throw. He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Gets it out fast. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll throw on 3rd down. Coming after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Davis looking to pass. He finds his man. At the 45, on his way. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
They'll go to the ground. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Would have been a 52-yard field goal attempt from here, so they'll try to pick up the 1st down here on 4th. They want to run this quarterback. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. 1st down.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. Got enough space. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
The Wolverines are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's now a final in one of the more intriguing games of the season, this huge top 5 clash. Florida State was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen in Tallahassee over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. A top 5 clash and a thoroughly impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
First down here for the offense. Running to the left. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They feed him again. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Davis will throw. Makes his connection. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. They'll immediately call timeout.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
Here's first and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. Looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
He's looking for a man on second down. They're working that left side. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to throw it on third and goal. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. The offense did exactly what it needed to do. Oh, and they blocked it. Now he can return this. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clock reads 11 seconds here in the first half. We'll see if they're content to regroup at halftime. Looking to move it through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he makes the grab at the 20. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the field goal unit is on the field. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Splits the uprights. Good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the run from inside his own 5. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they
Gonna take a shot at this DB. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Michigan! And the pummeling has started.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start. And the ball is intercepted.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Now they'll run it to the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.